Hello everyone, welcome to BI Consulting Pro. This is episode 16 of our DA100 tutorial series, and in today's video we are going to discuss about configure subscriptions in Power BI. In this video I'm gonna let you know what all you need to know about subscriptions in Power BI and how you can configure it. So stay tuned with me till the end of this video. The very first question comes into our mind, what is subscription in Power BI? Well, it's never been easier to stay up to date on your most important dashboards and reports. Subscribe to report pages and dashboards that matter most to you, and Power BI will email a snapshot to your inbox. You tell Power BI how often you want to receive the emails, like daily, weekly, or when the data refresh. You can set a specific time for Power BI to send emails or have it run now. In all, you can set up to 24 different subscriptions per report or dashboards. Yes, please always keep in mind you can only set up to 24 different subscriptions per report or dashboard. The email and snapshot will use the language set in Power BI settings. So let me show you how you can do that. So this is our Power BI service account, and in this one on the top right hand side you can see this is a gearing icon, and over here you will see the settings option. There are the different settings over here, and under general tab, which is the very first tab, you can see there is an option of language, which is the second, and here I have set default browser language. But if you would like to set any of other language, you can do it over here, and that would be the language of your subscription as well. So now we know what is a subscription in Power BI, and also we know how many subscriptions you can set for your report or dashboard, plus how to change the language. Let's move forward. Now the question comes into our mind, what are the different types of subscriptions in Power BI? Basically, you can either subscribe for yourself, you can also subscribe for others, and also there is a subscription for paginated reports. We have already discussed in our previous video what is a paginated report, and if you don't know about a paginated report, it's similar to the SSRS report, that is SQL Server Reporting Services. The subscription for paginated report is a bit different than the subscription for other Power BI reports in Power BI service. So you should keep in mind there are the few steps, and I'm going to discuss them later in this video. So please stay tuned till the end of this video. Now we are going to move forward and we'll see what are the different requirements. So the very first requirement to subscribe any report or dashboard in Power BI is that you should have a Power BI Pro or Premium per user license. And if you don't have either of these two, your report should be published into a premium workspace, and there you should have access to that premium workspace. We all know that in Power BI Premium, if you have access to the Power BI Premium workspace, you can subscribe reports over there. And in case of Power BI Premium, we only need a pro license for the report author, not for everyone. And that report author or the Power BI admin can add multiple users with a free license for their own organization or the guest users over there. For paginated reports, you must have added permissions to create one for someone else in your organization. Also, you should have at least contributor role in the workspace where paginated report is. So please keep in mind, if you don't have contributor access to the workspace where the paginated report has been deployed, you cannot subscribe that report. Subscribe to a dashboard or a report page. So now we are going to see a little demo how we can subscribe a dashboard or a report page, and then it would be more clear to you how to do that. So as you know that I'm right now into my Power BI services, I'll go to home, and there you can see I have the different items and you can see them over here. For a general purpose, what we are going to do, we are going to come into this demo workspace, and here you will see I have the different reports. I'll go into the gateway testing. Once I'm over here, you can see my report is there. It's a one-page report. There are no other pages over there. And on the top ribbon, you will see there are the different options: file, export, chat in Teams, comment, describe, etc. So what I'm going to do, I'm coming over here on subscribe option. I'll click on this, and as soon as you will click over here, you will see subscribe to emails. Now I'll click on plus add new subscription because right now I don't have any subscription, and later on I'll show you how you can manage your subscriptions as well, all subscriptions. So click on this plus icon. As soon as you will click, you will see it's showing you the page name, sales overview. So every time whatever is your page name, it's gonna appear over here, and if you would like to change, you can change it. That's not a problem at all. But you should not change the report page's name later once you subscribe, otherwise your subscription is not gonna work. So under subscribe, here you can type the email addresses to whom you want to subscribe. For example, BI Consulting Pro, this is my email address. Apart from that, I can use another my email address, which is Merida. You can see that it's appearing over here. So it's saying subscribe users receive report attachment with data based on your permission. So whatever permission I have applied over there, whether it's RLS or something else, it's gonna go according to that. So here you can even subscribe for others as well, not only for yourself. So this is the advantage over here. If you want to subscribe this report for someone else in your organization, so you can use this option. Here you can mention the subject, where I'll say gateway testing report. If you want to include any message, you can include any message as well, where I'm gonna say demo subscription. And then you have to mention your page names, individual page names, because this Power BI subscription only gonna work on the individual pages. So here I have only one page, so it's appearing one page over here. If you want to subscribe another page, you have to go into another page and you have to subscribe it. So this is how it's gonna work. Now you can mention the frequency, daily, hourly, weekly, monthly. So you have all the options. In my previous videos, many people were asking me question, oh, they are not gonna able to find the monthly option or weekly or even hourly. So you can see over here, there are all the options are available. So I'm gonna subscribe it for monthly basis. And here you can even mention the days, like 1, 27 to 30 and so on. So I'm gonna say on the 1st of every month it should come, and timing you can even you can select your time zones based on where you are. Right now I'm gonna select my time zone over Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, and start date also. Once you are gonna configure all these settings into your subscription, subscribe to emails, you just need to hit this button, save and close. Now your subscription is all set. You have mentioned all the details into your subscription. If you want to edit it, you can come again here and you can come on subscribe button, click over here, there's your subscription. Either you can run it now if you want to, or you can switch it off as well. So that means you don't want this subscription anymore. But if you want to run, you can just click run now and it's a success. It has been run. So now let me cancel and let me open where it is right now. So it should be in my email box right now. You must notice over here, your Outlook should be with the same email address that you are using for your Power BI services. If you are using any other email address, this is not going to work. And you can see over here, the very first email is gateway testing report, which we mentioned. You will find this link. If you want to go on that report, you can just click over here and you would read out on the same report. Otherwise, you will get this snapshot attached. You can just open this and you can find your report. It would always give you a snapshot. However, in Power BI Premium, you will get the facilities like you can get the whole report as a part of your subscription, either in PDF or you have some other options as well over there. So we have seen how to subscribe to a dashboard or report page, how to configure it, and what are the different options available there, and how to check it out. Now we are going to move forward and we are going to see how to manage your subscriptions. So that was the one part where we subscribe it. But of course, once you have so many subscriptions, you should have one place where you can manage your subscriptions. So now I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's move into my Power BI services. So here again I'm on my Power BI services, and you can see that this is the gearing icon which is saying settings on the top ribbon on your right hand side. Click on this, go to settings. The very first thing in the initial part of this video, what we did, we set the language, or we check how to set the language for your subscription. But what if you want to manage your subscription? So you would come on the third tab over here, and you will see first is general, second is alert, and third is subscription. So click on this, and here you will find all the subscriptions that you have subscribed so far. Now you can manage your subscriptions directly over here. What you have to do, you have to just click on this actions button, and here again you will get the same sort of rules. You can switch off, switch on, or whatsoever settings you want to change, you can do it. So that's all for the managing the subscriptions in Power BI. Now there are certain considerations and troubleshooting ideas how to do that. So you should keep these things always into your mind whenever you are gonna work on your Power BI subscriptions. I know most of you are already aware about these points, but if you are not, you should listen to me carefully over here, because it's gonna change a lot of your considerations that you are applying before this. And also I'm going to provide you a link in the description section where you can refer actually all the considerations and troubleshootings. I have mentioned only a couple of over here which are the most important, but please don't forget to check that link if you are gonna appear for your T100 exam. The very first is that to avoid subscription emails going to your spam folder, you should add that email address from Power BI, which is no reply Power BI at microsoft.com, to your address book or your contact list. And always check if you are not getting your subscriptions email, then you should check your either junk folder or your spam folder. The second point is that many of the time on a dashboard or report, we are using a lot of tiles. What happens many of the times, we are using a lot of tiles into our dashboards, or we are pinning a lot of tiles into our dashboard. But if it's going above 25, then there are chances that it's not gonna work. That means your Power BI subscription is not gonna work. So in that case, you should contact your report author and ask them to reduce the number of tiles or break it down into different dashboards or the reports, and then you should subscribe it. For dashboard email subscriptions, if any tiles have a row level security applied, those tiles will not display. Another one is that if the links in your email to the content stop working, it may be that the content was deleted. That means sometimes you see, okay, I have already put a link over there and it was working till yesterday, but today it's not working. So that's a case that the link maybe that you are referring to some website or some portal, it's not working anymore. For dashboard subscription, certain types of tiles aren't supported. So always pay attention to this one, because they are like streaming tiles or video tiles, custom web contents tiles, they are not gonna work at all. If you subscribe to a report page and it gets renamed, you will have to recreate your subscription. As I mentioned earlier, while I was subscribing the report for that gateway testing page, so if somebody is changing the report page name and your subscription is already done on that, so that's no longer gonna work. So always make sure that nobody is going to change that report. And if due to XYZ reason somebody is changing, or the report author is making any change on the report page name, then you have to come here again and you have to edit your subscription according to that new report page name. Email subscription do not support most custom visuals, but custom visuals. This means that email subscription won't allow you to render or to help you with the custom visuals unless until they are certified one. Paginated reports do allow you to set parameter values per subscription. So you can use those parametric value, and based on that you can subscribe your reports. Now question comes, subscribe others to your report and dashboard in the Power BI service. So as I mentioned previously, how we can subscribe to others, you have to just go there, you have to type their name over there and it's gonna be there. But if you have applied certain type of sensitivity level or RLS or some securities, so it's gonna work according to that only. So don't assume that whatever level of access you have, the other person would also have the same kind of access. Well, the basic process for subscribing your colleagues and others to report pages, dashboards, and paginated reports is the same as subscribing to yourself, as I have shown you earlier. So in this part, I'm gonna show you what you need to know when you subscribe to others. So let's move forward. Power BI email subscriptions allow you to send email with an image of the report and link to the report in the service. Also, send emails to users outside your tenant. If your Power BI content is hosted in a premium capacity, then only you can do it outside your tenant settings. Administrator control who can send email subscriptions to external users. So it's up to admin, and you should make sure that admin has allowed all the settings. Well, first the requirements. Come to the point of the requirements for subscribing to others. In order to create subscription for others, you must have edit permissions for the dashboard report. Also, a Power BI Pro or Premium per user license. So pay attention. If you don't have edit permission for the dashboard or report, you cannot subscribe to others. Only once you have this permission, you can do that. And licensing requirement is same for as other general based on Power BI Pro or Premium per user license. If the report or dashboard isn't hosted in a premium capacity, you can subscribe others people. But they must have Power BI Pro or Premium per user license. As I mentioned previously, in order to subscribe for others, they should either have Power BI Premium per user or Power BI Pro license, or your workspace should be hosted in a premium capacity and you have access for that. Now we will see what is Power BI admin and subscriptions. Well, there are the two things to discuss. Admins control subscriptions activity, and second is admins audit subscription activity. So Power BI admin can control whom you can subscribe, whether you can subscribe it for external users or not, and also they can see to whom you have subscribed and they can manage the subscriptions as well. Power BI administrator have levers of control over subscriptions. If you want to enable email subscription for all members of your organizations, you have to go into your Power BI admin settings, and there you will see there is a tenant settings where you can enable subscriptions for all the members of your organizations. Also, enable specific users to send email subscription to external users. So also you will get over there. Now I'll show you how to do that. So over here, you will come under your settings and you will go over there to the admin portal. Under tenant settings, so over here under the tenant settings, you will go down, and here in the export and sharing settings, you will see one option is there, invite external users to your organization. It should be enabled. If it's not, then you cannot subscribe to the external users for any report or dashboards. Apart from that, there's another settings. If you will come down, you will see there's a email subscriptions. So here you can see whether it's enabled or not. If it's not enabled, then users in the organization cannot create email subscriptions. So these are the two settings you should always remember while working on the email subscriptions. In anyhow you are not getting some options while configuring the email subscription, you should contact to the Power BI admin. Now the second part is the admin audit subscription activity. Power BI administrators can use the Power BI audit logs to view the details around subscriptions. And these details are gonna be like created by, creation date, content subscribed to, recipient, frequency, modified by, or modified date. So all the details can be get it from the audit log. And how to get the audit log, it's entirely a different process. You can get it in Azure as well, or you can see in the Power BI admin portal as well. Considerations for subscribing to others. So generally there are the general users and the external users. General users are the users within your organization. External users are those which are outside your tenant settings or whom you have invited as a guest user into your organization by adding them into your Azure Active Directory. So let's first talk about a few key points about the general considerations. When creating a subscription, you can add other email addresses in the same domain to the subscription. If the report or dashboard is hosted in a premium or premium per user capacity, you can subscribe group alliances, whether they are in your domain or not. You don't have to subscribe individual email addresses. That means you can use a particular group where there are certain email addresses and you can use them. There's a limit to the number of subscribers for one report or dashboard. After you pass 200 subscribers, you may encounter issues with delivery. To reduce the number, use group email aliases instead. Each email aliases count as one subscriber, so always put in the groups and then you can use it. You can choose whether to include a link back to the content in Power BI and give users access to the content you are subscribing to them. If you choose to include a link, ensure that all users have access to that content. Subscribed users receive report attachments with data based on your permission. Also, you should note that for paginated and Power BI report email subscriptions, if the dataset uses row-level security, as I explained to you earlier, you can create subscription for yourself and others. Those subscriptions will run using your security context. So based on the security, only you will see the particular content into your report. You can set up to 24 subscriptions per report or a dashboard and can provide unique recipients, times, and frequencies for each subscription. Subscriptions set to after data refresh for your dashboard or report only send an email after the first scheduled refresh. Also, note that you can set up an unlimited number of subscriptions per paginated report. So in case of paginated reports, you can subscribe unlimited number of subscription reports, which are not the paginated reports. You have only 24 subscriptions, and in one subscription, you can have up to 200 subscribers. So always keep in mind these considerations. And if we talk about the external users, there are three main points that you should always remember. If subscribe external users to a report or a dashboard, they will receive a share notification immediately after you select Save and Close in the subscription pane. This notification is sent only to external users, not internal users, because they require an invitation link to view the report or a dashboard. Secondly, to subscribe external users, your report or dashboard must be hosted in a premium capacity workspace or app. That's what I'm repeating again and again. For external users, your report or dashboard must be hosted in a premium capacity workspace or app. Premium per user workspaces do not qualify as premium capacity workspaces. Lastly, sharing content with a colleague outside of your tenant does not require a premium capacity. So if you are XYZ at contoso.com, you can share with XYZ at XYZ.com. But you can't subscribe XYZ at XYZ.com and they can't subscribe to share content unless that content is hosted in a premium capacity. So these were the considerations for subscribing the report to others. Now let's move forward. This is the last part, and it's very important that you should remember while subscribing report to others how to do the troubleshooting. If you aren't receiving subscription emails, then what should you do? And it's the last part of this video, so please pay attention. The very first is that make sure that your user principal name, UPN, can receive emails. If they can't receive emails, that means it's not gonna work. Secondly, though you have a Power BI Pro or Premium per user license, you may not have a Microsoft Exchange license. So Microsoft Exchange license is very important in this case when you are subscribing your report for others or the external users. If not, your Azure Active Directory account may not have an email or alternate email address specified. In this case, though the subscription appears to go out, you never receive a copy. If your Power BI admin assigns an email address, Power BI will synchronize the update next time you sign in and use that email address for the subscription. And the last very important one is that, lastly, if you have an alternate email address but no primary, Power BI uses that to deliver the subscription. So always pay attention to these 3 points, which are going to help you a lot in order to troubleshoot whenever you are subscribing report to external users and they are not going to get it. If you would like to connect with us, you can connect with us on the LinkedIn, and there you can receive our blog post or whatsoever we are posting regarding the Power BI, new updates and everything. But in case you have any queries or concern, please reach out to our website. There is a specific dedicated page for you guys where you can ask me anything. I request you do not message me personally on my LinkedIn profile because I won't be able to answer you over there. Only the queries are coming through our Power BI portal. We are going to look into those. So if you are not getting any answer from you, then I apologize in advance to you. I'm really sorry, guys. I have no time to look all the messages on my LinkedIn profile because I'm receiving a lot of over there. So please reach out to our website. Many thanks for your all support and your questions and concerns. We are happy to serve you, and we will spread and will keep spreading the knowledge of Power BI. Thank you so much.